Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell Podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by North Point Christian. That's a mouthful to say. Boys basketball's Mitchell White. How's it going?
Pretty good. How are you?
Doing well. So overall, how do you think the year's going? I know, as of course, as you may know, if you've watched this channel, we talked with Caden Bird yesterday. So today it's Mitchell. So what's a couple tough losses in the last few games, but overall, where do you guys think you're at right now?
So right now, last year we went 1-5 through our first six games going to conference play, and we're 4-3. So I say we've definitely turned it around since last year. A couple tough losses at the Cornerstone tournament, but before that, we had some pretty good wins against some really good teams, and we've only played one home game so far. So I think we're doing pretty well so far, and we're sitting really nice going into conference play.
Yeah. So let's just talk about these last few games. How do you guys think you're doing coming off a couple tough losses heading into you've only had one home game. What's it like just playing on the road so much?
So, I can speak for all of us, our entire team, when we say like it's getting a little frustrating not being able to play at home. But we were producing on the road for the most part. It's just the Cornerstone tournament was a bit of a setback. But our losses have fired us up to compete at a higher level going into conference play. And I think we're going to carry that fire into the rest of our season.
Yeah, I know. I think you're in the OK Silver.
Yep. Yep, that's right.
All right. And I know I know it's for many people that don't know, it's a lot of the smaller schools with North Point being the smallest school.
Yeah.
What's that like not having a lot of kids in the school, and it's not a big graduating class.
Yeah, so our class, I think we're graduating with 64 seniors, pretty small class, but our community at North Point is very tight and everyone there is just so welcoming and loving. And I love the smallness of our class and the smallness of our school. And I just think it's really special to have that sort of environment.
Yeah. What were some of the things that you worked on this off season?
So this off season, I really wanted to work on my shot and getting more like athletically tuned going into the season. And basically, I just wanted to become an overall better basketball player with my confidence and with my skill set. And so I basically just focused on getting in the gym 2, 3, 4 hours a day, lifting, shooting, working on my handles and all of that.
Yeah. Um, just coming into this season, knowing that you're a senior, what's that like for you, knowing that this is your last year and this is it?
So basically going into my senior season and knowing that, I just wanted to have the best time I can with my teammates and with my coaches. And like when I look back in this season, 30 years, I want it to be a memorable season. I want it to be fun, exciting, and I want to accomplish some really like great tasks. And so I'm just looking at having the best season possible, as well as having fun and enjoying it with my teammates and coaches.
Yeah. Kind of talk about just you guys so far this year. I know this season hasn't gone by lately, but kind of preview your next few games.
Mhm. So we got Kelloggsville this upcoming Friday, and then next week we have Godwin Heights and I believe Sparta. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure.
Mhm.
And so those will be a couple of pretty tough games, especially Godwin Heights. But like I said before, we're ready for the competition and we're ready to get after it.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Most memorable game that you've been a part of.
Most memorable game that I've been a part of. Honestly, for me, it would probably be the Potter's House game this year. I think Caden said that in his interview, but that game was just electric. The stands were really popping, and it was one of my best games that I've played. And it was just really fun playing in that atmosphere. And we came away with a really good win in a really hostile environment. So I'm really excited about that.
Okay, so let's talk about who was did you have a favorite player growing up?
So growing up, I really looked up to LeBron. And that kind of changed because now, like, ever since I watched that one documentary, The Last Dance or something, like Michael Jordan has really just popped out to me and his work ethic, and also like Kobe Bryant, like his work ethic too, and just seeing them and how they work and how their game and their mentality translates onto the court. I really feel like that like translate to me because like again, working hard and doing all that stuff is very important as a basketball player.
So let's all right. Well, also one more thing. Let's how do you mentally prepare for a game?
So mentally preparing for a game, like usually before like games, I would take a nap and just like to clear my mind and just focus and visualize on how I'm going to be playing, what I'm going to be doing, visualizing my good plays and how I can fix up mistakes. And before I usually would just listen to music and just lock in, hang out with my teammates, but also taking some quiet time just to really sit down and focus.
Okay.
Mhm.
What's on your playlist, Mitchell?
So I got some rap on my playlist and also just some slow tunes that I like to listen to just to get my mind focused and ready for the game ahead.
All right. Let's get to know you a little bit, Mitchell. How about that?
Sounds good.
Um, okay, what is your go-to place for food?
My go-to place for food is this place called Hopcat in
Okay.
our town, and it's really good. They have really good mac and cheese and with some nice grilled chicken, and that's probably my go-to there.
Okay, favorite sports team you like to root for?
Michigan Wolverines, but I mean, tough loss against TCU, which sucked, but at the same time, I mean, it was really cool to get to playoffs and beat Ohio State.
Okay. Um, favorite TV or streaming show that you're really into right now?
Right now I'm into this one show called The Boys, and I mean, it's a pretty good show, and I still need to watch some more of it. But overall, it's really caught my attention. It's been pretty good.
Nice. Um, favorite movie?
My favorite movie is probably Interstellar. I mean, when I first saw that, it was like something I've never seen before, and that's probably my favorite movie.
Best Christmas gift you got this year?
I got a pair of shoes that are pretty cool, and I've been wearing them ever since, and so that's probably my favorite gift.
And then finally, what is something people do not know about you?
Probably something people a lot of people don't know about me is just like I guess the work I do outside of just basketball. Like I'm always trying to help other people, always trying to be the best student athlete that I can be, and just like the dedication and time I work on it into being the best like version of me possible.
Awesome. All
Mhm.
right. Well, Mitchell White, thank you so much for coming on and talking with us, and best of luck the rest of the year.
All right, thank you so much.